I, like most people that have watched Star Trek Voyager, I'm probably quite confident that I could do better. Well, the game we're going to play today, Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown, lets you do exactly that. Step into the shoes of the USS Voyager as you embark across the Delta Quadrant and try and do a better job. We're going to try out the demo today. It is coming out soon. I've been really curious about this game, really interested to see what it's going to be, what's going to happen, and I'm hoping that it's going to, be the good game that I want it to be. So you are the captain of the Federation starship USS Voyager, manage your ship and crew, plot a course through procedurally generated star systems, your unique ship build, and the decisions you make will reshape the story. Exciting times. Stardate 48315.6, Captain Catherine Janeway, a new ship, a new crew, a new mission. Today we embark on a mission to locate a Marquis vessel that has disappeared in the Badlands. Starfleet intelligence believes these terrorists have acquired dangerous new technology. My chief of security, Tuvok, is undercover aboard that ship. I haven't received communications from him in over a week. The Badlands are treacherous. I can only hope he's safe. In the meantime, I have a starship to prepare for launch and a new crew to assemble. Speaking of which, our final two crew members have just arrived, Ensign Harry Kim and Tom Paris. It seems I have a few introductions to make. Okay, so that is one thing I have noticed about this game, just from what I've seen online and the clips and stuff so far. There's no voice acting, which is actually really disappointing. My understanding of this is that the developers felt it was too costly to get the original cast back on to do the voice work for the game. I believe that Star Trek Online, the developers there, have spoken in the past about the fact that Kate Mulgrew, who plays Catherine Janeway, is really, really, really expensive to do voice work. And for the cost that they could spend on getting her, they could get basically the entire rest of the crew on board as well. So it's prohibitively expensive for them. That being said, I'm kind of disappointed that they've not even tried to get sound alikes or something like that. I feel like this is the kind of game where that voice acting would just really give it a bit of oomph. But let's get into it and see how it goes. I'm conscious of the fact that now we're in game, my mouse is slightly laggy. Is it my DPI settings or is it just the game? We'll see. Gentlemen, welcome to Voyager. Oh, okay. The click didn't work there, and then I clicked it again, and it skipped 2. Okay, reporting for duty, Captain. It's an honour to be here. I hope I live up to your expectations. Ensign Kim, I trust you've already met Tom Paris, our esteemed observer, a former Marquis pilot who will help us search the Badlands for the Marquis vessel. Is it Marquis or Marquis? I always called it Marquis. Maybe it's Makis? Mackie? I never paid attention to how they pronounced it in the show. With all due respect, Mom, observer is hardly a title befitting my talents. I'm the best damn pilot in this sector. Call me pilot extraordinaire, Ensign. Bit cocky there. The Marquis. Wow, I've heard a lot of stories about them. Relax. I was with the Marquis only for a few weeks before I was captured and sent to a lovely little penal colony in New Zealand. Prison? Enough chatter, gentlemen. All hands, this is the captain. Report to your stations. Helm, take us into the Badlands. Maximum warp. Okay, I did always think the Badlands was a pretty cool looking area of space in Star Trek. So, into the Badlands. The Badlands, a treacherous region of space where violent plasma storms can cripple even the most advanced starships. Captain Janeway observes the swirling chaos from the view screen, a subtle smile playing on her lips. She's ready for the challenge. I hope so. Scanners are picking up no other vessels in the system, Captain. It's your time to shine, Mr. Paris. Any idea where your former colleagues might be hiding? I wasn't exactly Maquis of the Year, Captain, but they did prefer underground bases, remote planets, and... Captain, I don't mean to interrupt, but I'm reading a coherent Tetrion beam scanning us, and a displacement wave heading towards us. Incoming. A colossal wave of turbulent energy surges towards Voyager, its power dwarfing anything the crew has ever seen. With no time to analyse the threat, emergency measures are initiated. Alright, red alert. Helm, evasive manoeuvres. No effect. The wave will intercept us in 5 seconds. Brace for impact. Okay, we get hit, so I think this is going to fling us to the caretakers. As the crew regains consciousness, they find their bridge in total devastation. Twisted metal, sparking consoles, and injured crewmates paint a grim picture. What just happened? Damage reports. Major hull and deck damage. The transporters are offline, and we're receiving casualty reports. Bridge to sickbay. Doctor, I've got injured crew on board. Doctor? Damn. Captain, we're losing systems across multiple decks. The deuterium tanks are empty. Warp core's gone grey mode. We're on reserves. Barely. Mr. Paris, take the helm. Scan for the nearest source of deuterium. External sensors are offline. Stellar cartography must be down. Voyager's blind, Captain. Janeway to engineering. We need stellar cartography back online now. Welcome to the tutorial. Click on the question mark icon on the left of the screen to revisit any tutorial screen. On controller, press D-pad 2 times. Some initial tutorials will not pop up during gameplay, but automatically appear in the tutorial list. Check out the new tutorial screens now. Okay, switch on. Captain, sensors are picking up something out there, but what Harry is trying to stammer out is we're not in the Badlands anymore. Did a good job getting the likenesses. I was a little bit unsure about whether my laptop would actually be able to handle this game. It seems to be holding out okay. We're on high settings. Let's see if this continues. What is that thing? Where are we? If our sensors are working, we just jumped over 70,000 light years into the Delta Quadrant. The Delta Quadrant? How? Captain, life support systems are failing. This array will have to wait. Mr. Paris, take the helm. Find us a deuterium source. Okay. Scan points of interest, marked with white question marks to reveal the resource. Okay. So, this is the nearest planet. Class D, 1 cycle away. Scan celestial body to collect data. What other planets we got? We've got a class M, so that's a Minshara class habitable planet. So that's probably going to be a good bet. Class E, that's like a volcanic planet. We've got a shipwreck. Got an interstellar cloud. Another class D, looks like a desert planet. Class H, I think that's like a hydrogen, oxygen rich planet, some kind of gas. We've got a debris field and another class D. Okay, we can use the middle mouse to rotate and move around. Okay. I mean, let's try this D class planet. It's the closest one to us. So we know that's got deuterium. Oh, so I guess we're just scanning. I'm actually going to them. So that's got geranium. That's got geranium. Okay, I thought that had deuterium. What about this class D? More geranium. Now we can get deuterium. Okay. Navigate your ship by traveling to various locations. While traveling, time passes in the form of cycles. When visiting points of interest, you can choose between different approaches with different risks and outcomes. The different colours of the chance of bar represent possible outcomes: excellent dark green and good light green outcomes, more rewards like extra resources, morale increases. Average can include minor setbacks, bad orange and terrible red. Outcomes provide low rewards, and medium to major setbacks like destroyed rooms, hull damage, or severe injuries. Okay. So that kind of system where you need to be using specific kind of skills to match the criteria actually really reminds me of the Star Trek Timelines mobile game, where you have all your different Star Trek characters and you have to like assemble your best team to meet specific levels of specific skills in order to progress through and get the best rewards. And that room system we were in looks really similar to like Fallout Shelter and those kind of style of games. So that's probably one of the biggest concerns I have with this game at the moment, is that I'm really worried it's going to just have the vibe of a mobile game. So I'm really hoping that it's going to get into a lot more detail. It's going to really, up the stakes and really give us a good experience. And I do think that the voice acting would have helped with that. It would have been nice. It would have made it feel less mobile gamey. But we'll see how it goes. So we've got two options here. We detected a small debris field scattered across a wide area. The debris appears to be the remnants of a vessel. Maybe we can find something useful in here. Okay, so we have two options. Collect any easily accessible resources, or use the tractor beam to try and clump up the debris for easier collection. So this will give us less, this will give us more, but I feel like it's maybe going to also be a bit more difficult. But let's try it. We want as much as we can get, really. Okay, so average. Ended up getting nowhere near as much as we could have got. So we're going to need to find some more deuterium to get the last little bit. So more duranium on that planet. More duranium on that planet. Deuterium in the interstellar cloud. Deuterium on the class E. And deuterium on the shipwreck. Let's try the cloud. It's 5 cycles away, but it looks like it could be... Oh, do we want to do the shipwreck? I feel like if anything's going to have some cool stuff in it, it's going to be a shipwreck. Okay, let's try the shipwreck. Captain, we've found an abandoned ship adrift in space. It's powered down but structurally sound with sealed storage compartments. So we would have the option to just blow it up and salvage everything that's left over, but we don't have any torpedo bays that's damaged. So all we can do is leave the storage alone and focus on salvaging from other parts of the ship, which will give us the deuterium we need. Okay, good outcome. I was hoping we'd get something else like that, maybe some kind of equipment, but we're good. So Captain, we can now deactivate grey mode. Captain, ready to increase warp core output. The warp core is the reactor that powers the ship. To generate energy, it continuously consumes deuterium. Depending on the reactor level, you produce more energy, but more deuterium is required. Increase the engine power output by selecting main engineering and switching the warp core to a higher tier. So main engineering. So grey mode. 0 deuterium into 20 energy. So that's like, I guess, the absolutely bare minimum. So for tier 1, 1 deuterium to 5 energy. So yeah, 100 energy a cycle at the cost of 20 deuterium a cycle. Okay, better than nothing. Our energy levels are returning to normal, Captain. Good. Now, what about this thing, this array? I can't tell, Captain, but our scanners detected a Maquis vessel next to it. Okay, so we can optionally try hailing them, and we can scan for life signs. We've got a 100% chance. Should we try hailing them first? I like to try the optional version where we can, so let's do that. Hail them. No response, Captain. No surprise there. But let's scan for life signs. Scan the ship for life signs, Ensign. There's no one on board, Captain. Okay. Scan the array. What about the array? Several life forms on board, Captain. Is one of them Vulcan? I'm not sure, Captain. The signals are weak. We'll just have to see for ourselves. I want the transporter room repaired and ready. Mr. Paris, get us to a geranium deposit. We'll need it to repair the transporter room. Okay, so we've seen loads of deuterium, geranium even. Let's go to the M-class planet. Could be nice and interesting. We came across an abandoned mining station. The station is under lockdown and seems to be damaged. Safely search for anything valuable without entering the station. We can get a maximum of 33 geranium. If we had an engineering office, we'd be able to repair parts of the mining station to mine some resources, which would give us a maximum of 51. Considering this is basically just tutorial, I kind of don't like when tutorials give you options that you'll never be able to do. I get it's supposed to just like be telling you that you have these options later in the game, but I don't like, give me something I can do so I can see what the differences are and what kind of options I'm going to get. Don't just dangle it in my eyes where I'm not going to be able to do it. Hopefully this is something you can come back to later, and like on a new game plus or something, you can come back with a bit extra things. Maybe events go differently because you're more prepared or something. That'd be quite a cool way to go through and do it, kind of being more prepared for such a mission. But we'll do the safe option and not go inside. And, oh, cool, yeah, so it said a maximum of 33. We got basically as good as we could get. We now have all the geranium we need. Excellent. Engineering is standing by to repair the transporter. So, repair you. Transporters are back online, Captain. Mr. Paris, set course for the array. It's time we got some answers. Okay, Captain, well, you can't tell me what to do, so we're going to go and set course for every other system. We're going to gather everything we can. I want to see if we repair everything else, will we be able to use all of these extra options? So, we detect debris in a small field scattered across a wide area. The debris appears to be remnants of a vessel. Okay, we've done this one before. Let's tractor beam it. Excellent. 56 more geranium. Let's try this class D. Okay, same one, abandoned vessel. Okay, we lost a bit due to full storage, so if that's full, let's go to the ship. Let's repair the torpedo bay. We've only got one work. What else can we repair? Okay, so we're gonna have loads of like rooms we can clear. Life support, life support, life support, life support. Got a science lab. Okay, life support's disabled for the deck, so we need to bring life support back online. Okay. Alright, I see how this works. Okay, well we've got 3 cycles for us to repair the torpedo bay. So let's fly to another planet. It's 5 cycles away, so by the time we get there, we'll be repaired. Okay, let's enter ship. You're repaired. Repair the workshop. Okay. Right, so now we've got the abandoned vessel again, so we do have the option to destroy the vessel and salvage the debris, which we absolutely do. We destroyed the vessel and extracted some resources, Captain, but our ship was too close and took some hull damage in the explosion. So we were in the orange zone there, so it was a low reward and a little bit of negative thing. So we took some hull damage. So where's our hull? So we've got Borg nanites, bioneural gel pack, science points, dilithium, deuterium. We can produce deuterium. That's good. Energy, batteries, geranium, tritanium, which we can also produce, food, crew, work teams. Don't see a hull stat. So okay, I don't know how much hull I've got, or what kind of damage we've done. Hopefully it's not too much. Let's move on to the next planet. Set course. Get some more geranium. Ooh, what's this? Oh, shuttle bay. Okay. But we need 4 tritanium for that. Okay. That's going to take more energy. Oh, we've got plenty of energy. So we've got a science lab, which we can repair. Phaser control room, we'll probably want to repair that next, I think. Lovely. Science laboratory life support active. While allows analysis of found objects, unlocks a tech tree, and enables research technologies, produces science points per cycle. Each additional laboratory increases the research speed. Excelente. Okay, so we've got a science lab. We're making some science. Let's repair the phaser banks first. Save to search for anything without entrance station. Do we have an engineering office that we can repair? So we've got a sick bay. Oh yeah, we do. Okay, cool. We can do that. Oh, okay. So this is slightly different. Sensors detect a dense cloud of interstellar gas with an unusually high concentration of deuterium. So we've got the option to deploy collector probes for a safer, though less efficient collection, which is pretty much guaranteed success. And then risk maneuvering Voyager into unknown of the cloud. We'll use our Bussard collectors. We'll get loads more deuterium, but it's like maybe 60% chance of success, 40% chance of failure. No reward without risk, so let's do it. Perfect. Absolutely smashed it there. Got the maximum we can get. Loads of deuterium is going to really help us, I think. Get as much deuterium as we can early on. We've got the phase control room. Ooh, what's that? Messel. Holodeck. Sick bay or engineering office? I think I want the engineering office. That's going to potentially get us more work teams as well, which is good. Okay, we've got the engineering office done. Oh, lost spaceship. Captain, we're receiving a hail from an unidentified vessel requesting assistance. Keep a safe distance and transmit navigation data. Sweet. Okay. Let's put us in a really, really good position, I think. So, let's fly to the caretaker's array. We've got our engineering office up. Excellent. Let's also now repair the sick bay. And hopefully that'll be repaired by the time it comes around to actually needing to use it. But I'm happy that we're good to go. We've got everything we could possibly need to go through this caretaker's array. Okay. Ensign Kim and Mr. Paris, get ready for your first away mission. And conveniently, our first away mission. Away missions present a series of challenges. Heroes possess skills and traits. Select heroes with the matching skills for your away team. Okay, so I've only got 2 choices, so I don't know why it's making me do it. So, yeah, so as I say, this is the part of the game that I think is really similar to the Star Trek Timelines mobile game. So when you're doing missions there, you'll have a tree of what encounters and challenges you're going to have as it goes along. Each one will relate to a specific type of skill, and you need to make sure you are having the skill level to meet the criteria to pass the level. You then also have your traits, which will be different characteristics of the characters, and you get those to get bonuses. So I feel like this is a really, really similar system where we're going to be having to make sure we're using our best engineer focused people, our best science focused people, our best pilot focused and medical focused people to make sure we're doing the best we can at these challenges. So I guarantee we'll have a very specific build of very specific people that we'll want to do specific tasks with. We'll have specific traits that we'll want to get built up on people. And like I say, I just hope there's maybe a little bit more depth to this, because at the moment this is the part that I see as this is quite mobile gaming, and I do worry that it's just going to make this game not feel as cool as it should, because this is a conceptually, piloting your own Voyager and trying to do a better job than they actually did in the show is a really cool concept for a game, and I wish a lot more TV shows and films had this kind of structure where you're where the games offer you this alternative path where you can try it yourself and see if you can do better. So let's start the mission. Let's see how it goes. So famously, in the TV show, Janeway makes a decision to blow up the caretaker array at the end, trapping them in the Delta Quadrant and obviously kickstarting their need to find their way home. It's going to be like a 70-year journey or something like that. So let's see how this plays out. Let's see if we can do things differently, make different choices, and potentially, win now, get back home straight away. So, decide on an approach and select the hero to complete the challenge with the appropriate skill. If the skill is lower than the requirement, the success chance is displayed. Captain, we seem to have materialised in the middle of a cornfield. This place is eerily similar to Earth, but something is off. Any suggestions on what we should do next? So, we can look for footprints or any special noises using Tom Paris and his kind of pilot navigation skills, or we can scan for life signs or any strange energy signatures using Harry's science skill. Now, they're both about 4 off, so they've probably both got an equal chance of succeeding compared to each other. But I think I want to go data. I want more information, more sciencey. I like going sciencey in games, I'm a science nerd. I like to go sciencey. So we're going to go Pardon me. So we're going to go with that. We're going to go with Ensign Kim. So select it. Confirm. Oh, do I have to hold it? I do. Hold it. So it's a success. Harry and Tom use their tricorder to scan for life signs and detect a strange energy spike emanating from a nearby area. Following the readings, they navigate through the corn and find a farm with people working fields. An old man sits on the porch of a nearby farmhouse, strumming a banjo. After a challenge, the participating team members are fatigued and their skill values are reduced. Let them rest for the next challenge to recover and plan ahead accordingly. So we can see what the next set of skills are going to be. So Harry is going to be fatigued, so we can't use his option. He's going to have a worse chance of succeeding. It's going to cause us some issues. So we're not going to argue the fact that this can't be a farm on Earth, and we want to know what's going on. We could try to demand what's going on, but it's quite a significant risk that it will go wrong because Tom Paris isn't particularly commanding. But Tom does have decent medical knowledge. It's only 1 shy, so it's pretty much guaranteed to be a success. And that will also then save Harry Kim for the next challenge, where we know we're going to have a science thing to do, and we know Tom Paris is going to be fatigued because of his skills. So we'll hold down confirm for this. Harry and Tom discreetly observe the old man, trying to analyse his body language. Something feels off, like he's putting on an act, but they can't quite put a finger on why. The old man seems perplexed by their presence, muttering about Harry and Tom being early and how it's not their turn yet. He invites them to stay on the farm and wait, offering them some fresh corn cobs. You can select more than one hero for a challenge if they possess the required skill. If the accumulated skill value is equal or higher than the greater number, then you have a chance of a critical success, the golden part of the chance bar. The old man isn't much help. We'll try and find the Maquis ourselves. There's a large barn behind the farmhouse. The tricorder readings are off the charts. There's definitely something strange about it, especially that back wall. So we can investigate. So I think they've done this because they want us to do this to see the mechanic, even though it's going to make Tom extra fatigued for the final challenge. So the old man. Oh yeah, we read that already. So we can investigate the barn wall for a hidden door. It's going to take 40 piloting skill. Tom has 19. We can try and analyze what these energy readings could be. It's going to be 40 for science. Harry Kim only has 29. And then we can try and break the illusion of the wall, which is a 30 engineering, but they both have the skill, and together they can complete it. I mean, we could do it with just Harry, to be fair, but I'm curious to see if we'll get the critical and what that's going to do. So Harry and Tom try to disrupt the energy field, causing a flicker in the air, but before they can break the illusion, the people from the field burst in, wielding farm tools as weapons. The old man appears and reveals the barn is an illusion, the back wall dissolving to show a bluish glowing room where unconscious people, including a tattooed man and a half-Klingon woman, lie on surgical tables. Sometimes you have to make major decisions that have large influence on how the story proceeds. These decisions are marked with a golden outline. These people must be the missing Maquis. They are being held here, Captain. We must get them out of here. So they're both fatigued because of the last one, so they've got an equal chance. There's a critical chance if we take the Klingon woman, and a minor critical chance if we take the tattooed man. I mean, we're almost full on deuterium, aren't we? And we're almost full on. Oh, it's a tough choice. I'm going to go with the Klingon woman. I like B'Elanna. She's a cool character. I actually genuinely never particularly liked Chakotay. I found him quite boring as a character and quite annoying in places as well. So Harry sprints towards the half Klingon woman, hoping to rouse her. As he reaches out, the old man stops him, a look of concern on his face. Before Harry can react, a blinding white light fills the room and everything goes blank. Alright, so we get experience for that. And lovely, Harry and Tom both level up. Tom does not look like the actor at all. He looks awful. He looks really fatigued in the face. Anyway, we got some experience, so that is good. We leveled up. I don't know if leveling up means we're going to get some skills that we can use or anything like that, but it's cool that that is something we can do. Captain Janeway anxiously awaits the return of her team when Harry Kim unexpectedly materializes behind her. What happened on the array? Whoa, I'm back on Voyager? What happened over there, Mr. Kim? We lost contact with you for several hours. Hours? But we were just there, right, Tom? Tom? Seems like he's still on the array. I hope you have a hidden piloting talent, because we're short. Captain, we're being held by the Maquis. Starfleet, I don't know what you did come out to our commander, but I can still ram this wreck into your precious starship. Rammers? One of our own is also missing. It would make sense to postpone the ramming until we're all accounted for. Does that sound reasonable? Ramming. It's funny, because it sounds like sex. We're beaming over. Despite Janeway's invitation, the arrival of Maquis' crew is fraught with tension. Both sides remain wary as they prepare to discuss their shared predicament. Don't play games, Starfleet. We're armed and ready to defend ourselves. I wouldn't have it any other way. Glad to have you back, Tuvok. Likewise, Captain. Miss Torres, I must inform you that I was assigned to infiltrate the Maquis. I never liked you, Vulcan. That is unsurprising. I assure you, I performed my Maquis duties to the highest standards. Patak. You win some, you lose some. Let's focus on bringing Mr. Paris and your commander back. His name is Chakotay, and we can't get back in that easy. They're sealed and the communications are cut off. Lieutenant Tuvok, get down to engineering and find a way to bypass whatever's jamming our communications. Report back as soon as you have a solution. Captain, the ship's status remains critical. Repair protocols are imperative. We require resources and the engineering office to mobilize additional workforces. Oh, see, we did this already. Forward thinking. Prioritize life support, secure core decks, and restore Deck 5 functionality first to gain access to the engineering office, which we have already done. Okay. Logically, we should now focus on Deck 2, the mess hall to ensure the crew's food supply, maintaining their physical endurance. This requires activating food life support in that section first. The morale bar shows your current morale. The change to morale per cycle and icons indicating your crew's needs. Open the overview screen by pressing tab to switch to morale to get detailed info on your crew's needs. Your decisions in ship management and events affect crew morale. If morale falls to 0, the crew mutinies and the game is over. Alright. Cool. I think we're going to leave it there for today. We'll pick this up another day. And we'll get to the rest of it. I'm liking this so far. It's kind of what I was expecting, but I'm liking the management side of things. I'm liking the options. I'm hoping that there'll be lots of opportunities to go do different things, to take things wildly out of where the show went. And yeah, I just wish there was more voice acting. Anyway, it's the first time for us kind of doing a demo and exploring things a little bit. So if you've liked it, drop a like, subscribe, leave a comment below on if there's any other games you want to see, and hopefully we'll do this again. Ciao.